The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his deputy, Quadri Hamzat, has resumed work, rededicating themselves to serving the residents as they begin their second term. The governor and his deputy have interacted with staff across cadres in the state's workforce at Alausa Secretariat in order to boost their morale and incorporate them into the new policy implementation framework. Take a look.
Done with their second-term inauguration ceremonies, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy Quadri Hamzat have hit the ground running, carrying out their first assignment at the State Secretariat at Alausa in Ikeja. Governor Sanwo-Olu's first port of call is the Civil Service Commission, which is statutorily responsible for resource mobilization and management in the state civil service, and it says the office will continue to run to help implement government policies and vision.
We're hoping that the commission members will have received us here. I've gone around several ministries and commission offices in Alausa, Mr. Deputy and myself, and of course, led by the head of service, Mr. Akim Kola, and a large body of permanent secretaries, to have on-the-spot assessment, encourage our staff, see what the environment looks like, and ask questions as into how should we hit the ground running again. We've actually hit it, but how should we ensure that everybody is on board? What are the new policy directions that we have? We've talked in my speech yesterday around the Teams Plus, how well do we begin to drive those additional new pillars that will enhance and deepen our resolve to ensure that no one is left behind. So we'll be looking at issues around social protection, social inclusion, gender and gender balance, and youth engagement. Youth inclusion in all spheres of soft infrastructure. It's not, in education, in health, you have both soft and hard infrastructure. This one is really targeting at more of the soft infrastructure, and like I said, to ensure that all level of citizens are taken care of, are included, and we just don't want to subsume it under the existing teams. We want to have a definitive strategic plan for it, and that's why we've expanded it. We cannot do the same thing and expect a different result. That's why we're refreshing what we have done before to give it a better and a more, people-driven, flavor. So that's to that. As to what the civil servants should expect, we're both on the same page, right? It's additional reforms, it's additional, citizens-driven policies, that will touch the life, of our citizens, where they need to work with us on each of those policies and ensure that each time people walk in here, it's because they want to be served and for them to be ready for those services. As in for them, they know that I'm always ready to take care of them, and we've been doing that, so there's nothing for anybody to worry about. We've demonstrated that, we've shown that all of the time. So there's nothing, for us to worry about. It's really just for us to be able to serve the citizens of Lagos State, fairly, with all energy that we have.
Then a stopover at the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, which are relevant offices that will be responsible for the implementation of the government's Themes Plus program.
We also came to Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Ministry of Budget and Planning, and rest relevant strategic ministries, like that, because it fits into, our game plan for the next 4 years. I'm indeed happy that we've received, very articulate responses from the public officers and civil servants that we spoke with. The environment is also clean. I'm happy that the ambience in which they're working is also very conducive, for them. And so our message really is to show to entire Lagosians that we have started work, we have resumed back at work, and we're indeed excited that the entire public service of Lagos State here in Alausa are ready to also continue to serve the good people of Lagos State. After this brief tour around. We also have another strategic meeting with the entire body of permanent secretary for us to be on the same page and know too well what are the immediate needs of action that we can sort out, and I get briefing, from a whole lot of them.
The Lagos State government promises more reforms and people-driven policies that will touch lives of the residents.